Hey yo, this is YetiWhiskers, and welcome back if you happen to catch my first video. If not, welcome for the very first time. Before we get started here, and before it gets too dark, I'd like to say thanks to my wife and also to Good Times with Scar. You guys may have remembered me talking about him in the last video. Anyway, he's really gone out of his way to be super supportive, and I'm actually sure most of you are here because of his shoutouts via Twitch and Twitter, so I appreciate that. Anyway, he's also given me some support and some pointers, so Scar, you're the best, thanks. And of course, a huge thank you to all of you who are here watching. So that's enough being sappy. Let's go ahead and get building. But first, we're going to go to sleep. So I'll be right back once it's daylight. Alright, welcome back. It is daylight and we are safe, which is a good thing. I went down into my basement base to go sleep down over here. It's down in there. I've got a little bed underground by my mining. Anyway, as I was trying to go to sleep, we got this message, which is always precarious. Anyway, so I went and killed a few zombies and we're safe now. So I'm going to do a little quick walk around the house to make sure that we are actually safe before we start building. We don't want to have any incidents with creepers or any other mobs for that matter. But, alright, we're good. Alright. So, since our last video, you may have noticed a few things have changed. So, the first thing right away is this window that was right here. I just covered it all in. The reason I did that is I was originally going to use these white pillars here as shutters, and they were just going to be on the same, like everything was just going to be flush all together. And I don't know if that'll look good to push the shutters out the same width as the trim. I can't decide. So, we may end up using the pillars still, or we may end up using like something like iron trap doors, or maybe an iron door or something like that. I just got to figure out how to power the iron trap doors if I'm going to use them, so they'll stay down. If you guys have any suggestions for what I can use for shutters, please let me know in the comments. Any help is greatly appreciated. Also, if you feel like making a mock-up or something, you can shoot me a picture on Twitter, which I'll see, and it'll be a little bit easier for me to visualize what you're talking about. The other thing I did is I decided to push out the trim a block. So I talked about this in the last video and asked for your guys' feedback, and the only feedback I got was, yes, let's do it. So thanks, Memphis Vinny. I appreciate it, and I agree. So we've done that, and we pushed that out. The third thing we did is this top layer was actually one block higher, and I moved that down because I think it'll look better, and it'll be more evident once I actually get the windows in. So it'll be clay block, window, window, clay block. And I think that'll look better than having two up top and one on the bottom. Alright, so that's what's changed. So let's get to adding some new. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to add the porch area right in here. And what we're going to use for that are the dark oak planks. So we're just going to fill in this area and with the dark oak planks, and then we'll use dark oak fences around it. We're also going to be adding a couple of pillars for structural support, and we'll be adding some stairs. This will be a nice little area that use your imagination a little. We could be sitting on the porch, drinking our nice iced tea or our lemonade, or in our rocking chair, having a good old time. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish. Alright, so as you can see, I finished filling the rest of this in, and I think it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do from here is we're going to add some support pillars, structural support pillars. So, let's see, we're going to need quartz pillars out. Put one here, lining up here, and then the next one, what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, chop this one out. Then we are going to add our pillar there. We're actually going to chop these three out, and we're going to make those into our stairs. So the pattern we're going to use is like this, little corner pieces, and I think that'll look better than if it's just like the regular stairs that are going up. And then what we're going to do from here is pull these up. I'm going to do, let's go 3 for now. 3 blocks up, and the reason we're going up only 3 for now is when we get the roof all set up and ready to go, the porch roof is going to go at a slightly, it's going to be a little bit more flat than the roof for the rest of the house. So this will be a little bit steeper. So we're going to pull these down a little bit so that we can compensate for the drop from the roof. Okay, so let's add our fences here, right along the edge. Nothing fancy here. Perfect. All right, so our porch is pretty much ready. We'll have a door here, and we'll have a window over here with some shutters and stuff. But for now, yeah, that looks good. So the next thing we're going to do is add the second story up top. Let's go ahead and grab some dirt and switch that out for this. We're going to make our way up to the second story. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it should be 6 from the floor, which is down a level, all the way to the top here. And the pattern for here, we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to start to stair step. So I want my pillars going, my stair steps, to be horizontal with this little design here. So what I'm going to do is I add another block, and then I'm going to do a little, make it so that it goes sideways like this, and we're just going to keep doing that. So that's, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, I think we go 4, and then we're in the middle. And we'll do that same thing over here. Make sure we're in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is just so we can get it horizontal. Then we just kind of bounce up and over and up and over. All right, perfect. So we should line up. The next thing we're gonna do is just get rid of these like cap block things that we just used so that we can get the pillars sideways. And we'll take a look once we're done with this, see how it looks from a distance. Make sure that looks okay. Pick up our little pillar blocks so we don't have to go back into the nether. The last time I went into the nether, we had a little bit of a hiccup, and it was during my Twitch stream, which was this last Tuesday. I went to go get some nether fences for... I'm actually building back here an automated storage system, and I'm building a cave in there, and I wanted to go grab some nether fences just to kind of see what it looked like. And as soon as we got into the nether, creeper was there and destroyed my portal. So I ended up spawning way over there, like 4,000 blocks, I think, over that way. So it took a little while to get back. So we went up 4, which is good. Then we're gonna want to line up here. Make sure we're lined up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Up. One more, just so we can get this cricket. Yeah. So anyway, that was not fun. It took a long trip to get back here, and I made the reason that it. Okay, we're good. The reason that I had such a far nether portal is that's the nearest mesa biome, and so I have another portal to get there quicker. Luckily. Uh-oh, we're off a block. That's not good. Well, maybe not. Yeah, we are. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix this, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we're back. I got that fixed. I don't know what happened, but I got off on this side a little bit by a block. So now that we've got that all fixed and looking the way that it's supposed to, the next thing we're going to do is we will go up in here and we're going to connect this side and the other side with the quartz pillars. And then I will also, over here, we'll go run. We're going to do the same thing over here. We're just going to make this stair step up. Anyway, I'm going to go to sleep, and I'll be back. I'm going to go take care of that, and then we will come back once we are all done with the quartz pillars that we have left. All right. So as you can see, we have finished adding all of the white pillar trim, and it's looking pretty good. Now all we really need to do for the exterior is just fill in these remaining spots with the blue stained clay. We've got our roof and windows, and we're pretty much done with the exterior. Then we can move on to the interior, and we can move ourselves in. That's pretty exciting. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and we'll go ahead and fill in the blue stained clay, and then we'll probably call it good for today. Anyway, let's go ahead and we'll get that done. And away we go. So I figured we could take some time together and talk about some of the things that I'm interested in. So my wife and I are really, really, really big Harry Potter fans. She is definitely more so than I am, but it's actually one of the things that like attracted us to one another when we were first dating, and first getting to know each other was the fact that we both really enjoyed Harry Potter, and so we met at going to college, going to school is oh no, fall down. We met at work, and one of the first things we did together is we went and studied at the library. And at the bottom of our library at the university we both went to, there had like these little staircases, or these bookshelves, not staircases. They did have staircases, but these bookshelves that, getting stuck, would move on their own in the bottom. They had I don't know what it was. It was like these little buttons, and they were all, these bookshelves were stuck on. All these bookshelves were, sorry, I'm getting distracted here. All the bookshelves were on like these little like tracks, and so they were on tracks, and so you could push a button and the whole bookshelf would move, and they could fit a whole bunch more bookshelves in the area because like you could stack them all on one end or move them depending on what books you needed. But they were all just like really boring, like research books that were like super outdated. And they also had some like really outdated maps and stuff in these books. Anyway, it was super fun and super cool to go down there and study. And then like if you needed a distraction, you could just go play with the bookshelves. Oh, getting taking damage. Keep taking the fall damage. Didn't understand why. I've got these boots that were not doing me any good. So anyway, my wife used to go and study there all the time. So one of the first things she did was invite me to go study at Hogwarts. And so I told her I'd apparate and go check it out. Anyway, nerdy, right? We're nerdy. But yeah, that was one of the first things we did together. And so ever since, we've been married. We had a few pets. We got the first one when we were engaged, and that was a cat, and her name was originally Minerva, after Professor McGonagall, who can transfigure herself into a cat. And we thought that was good. Protagonist, right? Good guy in the book. Well, after a little while, my wife and the cat fighting, we decided that Professor McGonagall's name was not fitting with the personality of our cat, so we changed her name to Bellatrix. And anyway, so that was the first animal that we got together. And then a second one we got was a dog, a little Jack Russell Terrier. She's got some like healer, we think, in her. I don't know. She's just a mix. And so we named her Molly after Molly Weasley. And then the last dog that we have so far is Charlie, and he's a Brittany Spaniel. And Charlie Weasley. So we've got a Molly Weasley, a Charlie Weasley. We've got a Bellatrix Lestrange, however you say that. And then we also had, at one point, we had two hamsters, Fred and George, because they were red, after the Weasleys again. And then we also had some fish, and we called them the Hufflepuffs. All right, so we're filling this in just because I'm not sure how much of this roof here will cover that. We're just going to fill all of that in. And actually, I think I might push it back a block. Okay, let's go to sleep, and then we'll push that back a block. Anyway, I will be right back. All right, so I went back and pushed that back in, and looked good. Looking good. All right, so it's looking pretty good right now. All we really got left on the outside, like I've mentioned, is windows and roofs. So I think we're starting to get a good little farm home for ourselves. Anyway, so before we leave, we'll talk about the last of our Harry Potter pets, and then I promise I'll let you go. We also just barely got some chickens. We got 6 of them. We've got Hedwig, Crookshanks, Padfoot, Percy, Scabbers. Oh man, hold on. We've got Hedwig, Crookshanks, Percy, Scabbers, Padfoot, Mooney. Mooney was the one I was forgetting. Okay, so those are our 6 chickens. Anyway, so yeah, we really like Harry Potter. We have read through the series many times, watched the movies several times. Anyway, yeah, we're really big fans. So yeah, I think that's a good place to end right now. In the next episode, we will get the roofs on and we will finish out the exterior. Anyway, feel free to subscribe if you like. A like would also be appreciated, but really follow me on Twitter or Facebook. I'm not a huge Facebook guy anymore, but Twitter for sure, and then Twitch if you'd like to see us go live and add on to our automated storage over there. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll catch you guys next time. Thanks.